and I'm Executive Director of the Pritzker Architecture Prize, but the job that takes up most of my time is as Vice Dean at IE School of Architecture and Design in Madrid. IE School of Architecture and Design is a small private school within IE University. I think one thing that we see recently is the phenomenon of globalization. And when there is globalization in any field, there's the danger that every place becomes similar. Or in this case, the danger that schools can become similar or standardized, all trying to approach architecture and the academics of architecture in the same way. So I think what's really interesting is to try to look at schools and see how they try to differentiate themselves one from another. And of course, all schools have to try to remain relevant. They have to be able to teach architecture, not only the skills, not only the understanding of design and all the technical studies that go with architecture, but they also have to try to teach something that gives them a unique DNA, unique to their context or unique to their point of view. I think technology is another aspect. It's another challenge facing architecture. Of course, technology is used in the field of architecture in many ways. It can be used from the point of view of communication, of allowing us to work across geographies, allowing us to communicate with other professions. But technology is also involved in the strict profession of architecture, from design to construction, to allowing us to fabricate materials. So technology is also changing relationships within the profession of architecture. And I think that how we use that technology, how we make the best use of it, is a challenge facing the profession today. Nowadays, that is a very relevant debate. Should teaching in schools be academic, be theoretical, be a place for experimentation, no holds barred, and be as far from reality as possible? And that's one extreme position. And on the other extreme is an idea that all architecture training should be very much hands-on, very much feet on the ground. Design build is one example of that, where students need to learn the whole process of building, not just from design through development of a project, but also the realization of the project. Those are two extreme positions, and then there exist many positions in the middle. I think what's interesting about this is, from my personal point of view, the extremes probably don't give the full understanding of the architecture profession, of the architecture discipline, and we probably have to find some place in the middle that combines both. I think that theoretical studies are very good to get people thinking, but if you're not able to see how they relate to your community, to the place you live, to the project and the people that you have around you, then it's really not very helpful. It's really not very useful. On the other hand, we can't just evaluate projects based on the ability to get them built and be functional. Architectural projects have to have higher aspirations. They also have to be cultural. They also have to contribute to their communities and their cities in an intangible way, just as much as a tangible way. I think the interesting thing about IE School of Architecture, but also the whole IE University and School of Business, is that we believe strongly in research. We believe strongly in new ideas, in trying out new ways of doing things. But along with that, there's always very much a connection to applying what's learned to real situations. So we do rigorous research. We undertake very thoughtful projects Our architectural students are encouraged to think in new ways, to analyze situations, to look for very creative, innovative solutions, but they're also asked to do that understanding the real framework within which they're working. We have this idea that theoretical research and applied research, if they are of quality, they're both very valuable. One is not better than the other. It's just that we at IE have taken the path of applying knowledge, creating and applying knowledge to real-world situations. I think if we look at our architecture school and we see in the type of programs that we have, of course we have the central spine, good design, but along with that, we look for professors who are practicing architects or professionals who are working in other fields so they can bring that real-world experience into the classroom. Our undergraduate students have a strong internship program, and again, it's a chance for them to combine what they learn in the academic world with a real-world situation. And finally, our post-professional programs, we combine either business in our architecture management and design program, or in our design for work, retail, and learning spaces, we look at developments in technology and developments in organizational behavior, in psychology, and put that together to understand how the world works and therefore how architects and designers can be most effective in that real world.